An oncologist once confessed, 90% of my patients had no idea that something was already growing inside them that could take their life. They went about their normal routines, ate as usual, slept peacefully until one day they got a diagnosis that changed everything, and by then it was too late. Dr. Gaynor, who dedicated his life to understanding the intersection between conventional medicine and holistic health approaches, often reflected on how patients would come to his office completely stunned by their diagnoses. Most people had absolutely no idea that cellular changes were already occurring long before symptoms emerged, he would say. Through years of research and clinical practice, Dr. Gaynor developed a comprehensive understanding of how our daily choices influence cellular health. His work emphasized one critical factor above all others: cellular oxygenation. Our cells require proper oxygenation to function optimally, he explained. When cells become oxygen deprived, they begin operating inefficiently, creating the perfect environment for dysfunction and disease. Dr. Gaynor compiled his findings into 8 fundamental guidelines principles he believed could help people maintain cellular health and potentially reduce their risk of serious illness. These weren't just theoretical concepts, but practical steps anyone could implement immediately. Let's examine Dr. Gaynor's 8 principles that could transform your cellular health starting today. 1. Begin your day with proper hydration. Dr. Gaynor observed that many patients began their mornings in ways that immediately compromised their cellular health. The most common morning mistake, he noted, is reaching for coffee, consuming dry, processed breakfast foods, or simply having nothing at all when your body is most dehydrated. After hours without water during sleep, your cells are particularly receptive to hydration. Dr. Gaynor recommended starting each day with a full glass of warm, filtered water, ideally with fresh lemon juice added. This simple morning ritual accomplishes several things simultaneously, he explained. It gently rehydrates tissues, stimulates digestive processes, supports detoxification pathways, and helps balance your body's pH levels. The science behind this recommendation is compelling. Research from the Journal of Clinical Biochemistry and Nutrition shows that proper hydration significantly impacts blood viscosity and cellular oxygen delivery. When we're adequately hydrated, blood flows more efficiently, delivering crucial oxygen and nutrients to cells throughout the body. A patient in her mid-60s who implemented this morning hydration practice reported remarkable changes within just 3 weeks. "I'd been experiencing persistent morning stiffness and afternoon energy crashes for years," she shared. "After replacing my immediate morning coffee with warm lemon water, I noticed significantly reduced inflammation, improved digestion, and mental clarity that lasted throughout the day. I realized I hadn't been aging prematurely. I had been chronically dehydrated." Dr. Gaynor emphasized that this first principle sets the foundation for all others. Proper hydration is non-negotiable for cellular health, he stated. It's impossible to achieve optimal wellness without addressing this fundamental need. 2. Prioritize fresh, nutrient-dense plant foods. The modern diet often treats vegetables as optional side dishes rather than essential components of health, Dr. Gaynor frequently told patients. His research into nutritional biochemistry revealed that leafy greens and other fresh vegetables provide critical micronutrients that directly support cellular respiration and mitochondrial function. Dr. Gaynor recommended consuming a large fresh salad daily, comprised primarily of dark leafy greens, colorful vegetables, and dressed with high-quality olive oil and lemon juice. These foods aren't merely providing vitamins and minerals, he explained. They deliver bioactive compounds that actively support cellular metabolism, reduce oxidative stress, and optimize mitochondrial function, the powerhouses within your cells. Research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition supports this approach, demonstrating that individuals with higher vegetable intake show measurably lower inflammatory markers and oxidative stress indicators. These biological factors directly influence cellular oxygen utilization. When we examine the biochemical pathways involved in cellular energy production, Dr. Gaynor noted. We find that many micronutrients found abundantly in fresh produce serve as critical cofactors for enzymes involved in the electron transport chain, the very process that allows cells to utilize oxygen efficiently. A daily salad, rich in varied vegetables, provides magnesium, manganese, B vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin K, and numerous phytonutrients that collectively support optimal cellular respiration. 3. Snacking. Between meal hunger presents a pivotal health decision point that Dr. Gaynor believed most people handle incorrectly. The typical snack choices: refined carbohydrates, sugary treats, or salty processed foods create immediate disruptions in blood glucose levels and trigger inflammatory cascades that compromise cellular function, he explained. His research into metabolic health led him to recommend specific snacking alternatives that actively support cellular oxygenation rather than impede it. Raw almonds, for example, provide a balanced combination of healthy fats, protein, and fiber that helps stabilize blood sugar levels, while delivering magnesium, a mineral directly involved in hundreds of enzymatic reactions related to energy production. Dr. Gaynor also advocated for incorporating nutrient-dense foods like spirulina, which contains chlorophyll, protein, iron, and antioxidants that support hemoglobin function and oxygen transport. What we choose during those hunger moments between meals may seem inconsequential, but these decisions accumulate and significantly impact cellular health, he emphasized. A patient who replaced her afternoon cookie habit with a small handful of almonds and a glass of water experienced remarkable improvements. Within just a month, my persistent digestive discomfort disappeared. My lipid panel improved significantly during my annual checkup, and my energy levels became much more consistent throughout the day, she reported. Dr. Gaynor's approach to snacking wasn't about deprivation, but strategic nutrition, choosing foods that actively support rather than hinder cellular processes. 4. Body movement and exercise. Movement isn't just about fitness. It's about cellular respiration, Dr. Gaynor would tell patients who led sedentary lifestyles. His research highlighted the profound physiological responses that occur during and after physical activity, particularly regarding oxygen transport and utilization. Dr. Gaynor explained that even moderate movement significantly increases respiratory rate, heart rate, and circulation, delivering more oxygen to tissues throughout the body. Moreover, regular movement stimulates mitochondrial biogenesis, the creation of new mitochondria within cells, directly enhancing cellular energy production capacity. When we remain sedentary for extended periods, he observed, blood circulation slows, lymphatic fluid stagnates, and waste products accumulate in tissues. This creates an environment where cells gradually receive less oxygen and nutrients while being exposed to higher concentrations of metabolic waste. Rather than advocating for intense exercise regimens, Dr. Gaynor recommended consistent, moderate movement throughout the day. Taking a 15-minute walk after meals, using the stairs instead of elevators, or simply standing and stretching every hour can have profound effects on cellular oxygenation, he suggested. A 72-year-old patient implemented a simple daily walking routine of just 20 minutes each morning. After 2 weeks, the chronic joint discomfort I had attributed to aging began to subside, he shared. Within a month, I noticed improved mobility, better sleep quality, and significantly more energy throughout my day. I realized movement wasn't depleting my energy, it was generating it. 5. Breathing exercises. Dr. Gaynor considered proper breathing among the most overlooked yet powerful influences on health. The average person uses only about 30% of their lung capacity during normal breathing, he observed. This chronic underbreathing directly impacts blood oxygen levels and, consequently, cellular function. His research into respiratory physiology revealed that shallow chest breathing, common during stress and desk work, primarily engages the upper portion of the lungs, where relatively less gas exchange occurs. Deep diaphragmatic breathing, by contrast, engages the lungs' lower portions, where blood flow is greatest and oxygen transfer is most efficient. Dr. Gaynor recommended integrating deliberate breathing practices throughout the day. Even taking 5 conscious diaphragmatic breaths every hour can significantly improve oxygen saturation levels, he explained. His protocol involved breathing slowly through the nose, allowing the abdomen, not just the chest, to expand, holding briefly, then exhaling completely. Beyond the immediate biochemical benefits of improved oxygenation, Dr. Gaynor noted, conscious breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, reducing stress hormone production that would otherwise compromise cellular function. A patient who integrated 3 5-minute breathing sessions into his daily routine reported remarkable improvements. Within a week, my blood pressure readings normalized, my persistent tension headaches disappeared, and I experienced a level of mental clarity I hadn't felt in years. Dr. Gaynor emphasized that optimal breathing isn't something that happens only during designated practice times, but should become a constant awareness throughout daily activities. 6. Protein selection and preparation. Dr. Gaynor's research into nutritional biochemistry led him to specific recommendations regarding protein consumption, particularly animal proteins. The issue isn't necessarily consuming animal protein itself, he explained. Rather, it's about the selection, quantity, preparation methods, and balance with other foods. His guidelines recommended focusing on smaller portions, approximately 4 or 5 ounces, of high-quality protein, preferably from sources raised without hormones, antibiotics, or inflammatory feeding practices. Regarding preparation, Dr. Gaynor strongly advised against high-temperature cooking methods like frying, grilling, or smoking that create advanced glycation end products, AGEs, and heterocyclic aminase compounds that increase oxidative stress and inflammation. Gentler cooking methods like poaching, steaming, or slow cooking at lower temperatures preserve the nutritional integrity of proteins while minimizing the formation of compounds that compromise cellular function, he explained. Additionally, Dr. Gaynor recommended periodic protein variation, including plant-based protein days that give digestive systems a rest from more complex animal proteins. This approach isn't about eliminating animal products entirely, but creating a thoughtful rotation that supports optimal cellular function. A patient who modified her protein habits according to these guidelines reported, "Within just 3 weeks of changing how I prepare meat and incorporating more variety, my persistent digestive discomfort resolved. Inflammatory markers on my blood work improved, and I noticed significantly more stable energy levels throughout the day." 7. Strategic carbohydrate selection. Dr. Gaynor's research identified certain carbohydrate sources that disproportionately impact blood glucose levels, insulin response, and cellular metabolism. Not all plant foods support optimal cellular function equally, he explained. Some, particularly refined carbohydrates and certain starchy vegetables, can rapidly convert to glucose and trigger inflammatory cascades that compromise cellular oxygen utilization. His research highlighted how high glycemic foods can initiate a biochemical domino effect. Sharp blood glucose elevations trigger insulin spikes, which can lead to reactive hypoglycemia, increased oxidative stress, and compromised mitochondrial functional factors that directly affect how cells utilize oxygen. Dr. Gaynor recommended emphasizing lower glycemic vegetables like leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables, asparagus, zucchini, bell peppers, and celery. 8. Comprehensive hydration strategy. While Dr. Gaynor emphasized morning hydration in his first principle, his 8th guideline expanded this into a comprehensive daily hydration strategy. Water isn't merely a passive transport medium in the body, he explained. It's an active participant in virtually every biochemical reaction, particularly those involving energy production and oxygen utilization. His research showed that even mild chronic dehydration significantly impacts blood viscosity, cellular waste removal, and nutrient delivery. When we're inadequately hydrated, blood becomes more concentrated, flowing less efficiently through microcapillaries where crucial oxygen exchange occurs, he noted. Dr. Gaynor recommended consuming approximately 30 ml of water per kilogram of body weight daily, spaced evenly throughout the day rather than consumed all at once. Room temperature or slightly warm water is absorbed more efficiently than ice-cold water, he advised. And adding minerals through high-quality sea salt or trace mineral drops can enhance cellular hydration effectiveness. He strongly cautioned against substituting water with coffee, tea, or especially sugary beverages. One serving of soda requires your body to use significant amounts of its own water reserves for processing and elimination, ultimately contributing to dehydration rather than alleviating it. Dr. Gaynor believed that true health empowerment comes not from complex treatments after illness develops, but from daily choices that help prevent illness from taking hold in the first place. Your cellular health isn't determined by genetics alone, he emphasized. It's influenced every day by decisions within your control. If you found these insights valuable, consider which principle resonates most strongly with your current health situation. Which one might make the most immediate difference if implemented consistently? Health transformation doesn't require implementing everything perfectly at once. It begins with a single, sustainable change that leads to another. Remember that cellular health isn't abstract science. It's the tangible foundation of how you feel each day. Your energy levels, mental clarity, physical capabilities, and ultimately, your quality of life for years to come.